Are you moving? Do you have pets? Stay tuned for my top 6 tips on moving with pets. What is up, everyone? I'm Bryan Castro with callcastro.com, and let's talk about something that nobody talks about, and that's moving with pets. Everyone talks about moving for your kids and moving, for every other reason, but pets are family too, and the impact they have on moving is tremendous, right? Because, I don't know about you guys, I have wiener dogs. They probably cry more when I travel than my son does. So let's talk about that for a minute. So tip number 1, if you're going to move and you have pets, whether it's dogs, cats, some animals are more hardy, consult a veterinarian, right? Talk to them before you start making the move. See if there's anything they have that could make it easier, and see ideally what the safest and healthiest way to go about this entire stressful ordeal is, because it's stressful for the animals as it is for you. And some animals, like dogs and cats, maybe won't have as hard of a time, but they can still have anxiety and other problems. But when you're looking at things like fish or birds, reptiles, more exotic pets, this whole thing can be really, really difficult on them, and a veterinarian can really help make sure that the whole process is as safe and healthy for them as it can possibly be. Tip number 2 even. Clean and organize. You don't think about the odors and what's gone on in your home because you have pets, but man, buyers sure do, okay? So you want to make sure that as many odors as you can get rid of or gotten rid of, and that corner that when the dog was a puppy that it chewed on, or that wall that the cat likes to scratch on, whatever you got going on, try and repair as much of the pet damage as you can and hide as much of the odors as you can. Not to say hide pretend it doesn't exist, but clean it, get rid of it as best you can. Tip number 3, remember the exterior. Remember that you have a yard, that your dogs maybe have a favorite spot to pee on, or maybe your tortoise loves to dig in, right? Get the yard spick and span, because it is more minor than the rest of the home, but having a bunch of holes and torn up stuff in the backyard really can impact someone's eagerness to write a really stellar offer. Tip number 4, if you can, give the pets a holiday. Get them out. Now, part of this goes with speaking to the veterinarian, right? Because, there's some animals, especially like birds or like fish, they really just don't show great. And the last thing you want is for a showing to go through and something weird to happen, right? Even dogs and cats, if they're not put away right, there's a good chance they could get out, which can be a nightmare. So the easiest thing for everyone in most situations is get them somewhere else. Send them on a holiday to their dog aunts, or whoever you got to get to, right? Just get them out of the house if at all possible. If you can't, then tip number 5, create space. Give the pets a room or a corner of the yard or something that you can confine them to during showings that is out of the way. That way they're going to be more safe. They're going to be less likely to get out and interact with the people coming through the house. And they're also going to be less intrusive on the showing. Tip number 6, final tip, do a test showing. Okay, we want to make sure that you have someone over that you have really not often had over to the home, that the animals don't know, especially in dogs' cases. My dogs freak out when they see people they've even seen once or twice in a different way than they do when they're strangers. So make sure that you have someone come over and take a look like they're looking through the house and see how the dogs react. Is the quarters that you have them tucked into sufficient? Are they going to be able to get out? Are they going to be really loud the entire time? And make adjustments accordingly. Moving with pets can be really, really challenging. So if you have any more questions, need any more tips, you know what to do. Call Castro, and I'll talk to you guys soon.